Hey everyone, so here's how you can make a multiple choice quiz in Desmos. So I'm at the teacher.desmos.com website, and I'm going to sign in. So I will sign in with my Google credentials. And I want to make a custom activity. And so on the left-hand side where my activities are located, I'm going to click on the custom link. And then I'm going to move up to the upper right-hand corner because what I want to do next is I want to make a new activity. And my activity is just going to be a multiple choice question. Maybe if I would not have a capital U there, that'd be good. And I'm going to click on Start Building. So there's a couple of flavors of choice questions that we can use. The first thing we can use is just the simple old straight multiple choice where I can choose one answer. I could have the students explain their answer at the end if I want to. I could also show other students' responses because first and foremost, Desmos is probably considered a formative assessment tool, not a summative assessment tool. So I do want to keep this as simple. I'm not going to ask students to explain their answer, and I am going to add a notes page because I want to put my instructions for what equation I want them to solve. And the equations I'm wanting them to solve are going to be based on this CUDA worksheet. And so I want them to solve this very first equation, 6 equals a divided by 4 plus 2. So I'll go back to my activity builder and solve this equation for a. And then I'll put a couple lines in and I'll open up a math box. 6 equals a divided by 4 plus 2. So I know right away that the correct answer for this is 16. 16 divided by 4 is 4 plus 2 is 6. So a equals 16 is going to be my first answer. I'll add another line. I'm thinking of another common answer is that students might just go 6 times 4 to give you 24 and then subtract 2, which would be 22. So I'm also going to put in a equals 22 as a common answer. It's also possible they could go 6 times 4 and add 2, which would be 26. So I'll use the math type again. A equals 26. And maybe it's possible that these students might add 2 first to both sides to give you 8 on the left side and then multiply that by 4. So I'll go a equals 32 as my other answer choice. And my correct answer is this first one, so I'm going to mark it as correct. And I'd like to have my choices be randomized on this page. So what this looks like to a student on the preview page is this is my multiple choice question. This rectangle up here is what I see on the teacher dashboard. So when the student selects 26, an X shows up on the teacher dashboard. Same with 32, same with 22. But when they choose the correct answer, it shows up as a check mark. So I can quickly see on the teacher dashboard which students got this question correct and which students did not, and I can assign scores accordingly. I'm going to duplicate this question by clicking on the 3 dots and duplicating this screen. If I wanted to, I could go down here to my answer choices and I could ask my students to explain their answer. I don't want students to show their classmates' responses. You can set this up so I could see 3 other responses from other students because, again, formative assessment tool, trying to promote a discussion in class. But I could ask my students to explain their answer. In this case, when I go to the preview, when I select the correct answer of 16, it shows up as a dot. In fact, but if I choose the wrong answer, it shows up as an X. So it shows up as a dot because I've got the correct answer, but there's a little bit more on this page that I need to look at, and that is in particular the student's maybe work for solving this equation. So for example, perhaps the student would go something like this. 6 minus 2 equals a over 4. And then perhaps they would show another one. Then that would be a 4 equals a over 4. And I could go in again, and I could say 16 equals a. So I could actually show my work on this page to a multiple choice question. So that is how to set up a multiple choice question. I want to keep this short. I'll create another video to show you how to turn this problem into an ordering activity.